So we start out with a few people, and last year we have growth of more than 35%. So we are now more than 50 people. We have just added 20,000 square feet of production and stock facilities, 10 minutes drive from here. So we expanding a lot. We also count on this year to have a growth of around 30-35%. And that's it shows that we are going to hit a level of doing around $15-16 million this year. Our plan is to do around $50 million in 5 years' time.
50?
Yeah, only. Yeah. So that's the plan. So we have big growth. So we are stressed, and there's a lot of pressure because you cannot disappoint you. If you come up with something new, you have to be better. Not only better, far better than what we had before. So if you want to be in the top of the chain, and we have made decision from we start out, Michael and I, to be a Formula One team. We want to be one of the best. And it's only up to you guys, consumers and press with them, or you are maybe up there somewhere else. So we start out to go into this is you can say the heart or the brain of the company. So we have the logistic guys in here, and we have Michael and I, and we have Kent doing the overall as the CEO, but also take care of the financial side. And we also have two guys doing have Michael with design and making the drawings and the files for manufacturing. Yeah, so let's move in here. This is our cable production, and we also do switches and power distribution bars and hardware. This is the cable department, where we also make the distribution bars and the switches and so on. We have 10 people here. So that's the foundation of our business. This year we are doing a bigger turnover than Nordost is doing. We have been out there for 25 years nearly, or 30 years. So we are telling people it's handcrafted in Denmark. Or we mean that seriously. I mean, any of you could be a cable manufacturer today. You buy cables from a OEM manufacturer, put a nice jacket around and two plug connectors in the end, and then you are a cable manufacturer. But you know, there's a lot of technology in-house. We'll come back to it anyway. So our most expensive cable, the Gold Signature product, one of power cords. We have two guys doing this, and it takes, if Andreas and one of the guys are doing the whole cable, all the parts in the cable, it will take them around 2 whole days to put it together. So it's not for fun when we're talking about that, but they are handcrafted. So you can see we are busy. This is the orders we have on Lanxess right now. So normally we try to keep a production time around 2 weeks, but right now we are talking about 3 or 4 weeks. But it's vacation time as well, so it's pretty empty. Normally we are around 40-50 people in the house, and right now we are 7 or 8, so it's quiet.
And it is Saturday.
And it is Saturday, and in Denmark, production people do not work on Saturdays. Here we actually have something new, and that's a new Axis power distribution bar, which we're going to have in 2 versions. There will be a switch as well, and we can have a look. Turn it around so you can have a look. So the standard power distribution bar will be retailed for around $900, and the SE version of the same, we have new technology, will be around $1,500. It's not priced 100%, but there will be a switch as well in the Axis line. It's where we start. So we have, compared to the old cables, the 3rd generation, which we are manufacturing right now, we have made quite a few upgrades. We are offering people with better mechanical stability than we had before. We also have better geometry in the cable. And that, by the way, also means that all our cables have less inductance than before. But also we have changed the housing quite to something else, and we're going to have a listen to it later on. So this is the new for the new A3, C3, and D3, the copper house, and have a feeling about that. On our 3 top cables, the DTC3 and Supreme 3 and Gold Signature, it's titanium.
Much lighter.
Yeah. Copper is much heavier. Called XTC3. The P is replaced with XTC, and that's a stainless steel grade 316. You are going to have a listen to what different material, how important it is in a speaker, in an amp, in a cable, and so on. You will hear it. Its signature will be there. We are a screwdriver factory, and it's going to stay that way. It doesn't mean that we don't have high technology in-house. You will figure that out, because we do have. But we also are lucky people that we working pretty close to both the local university, but also the university in Aarhus. We admit we do crazy thing in-house. We do. This is actually, we'll come back to this, because this is actually our noise cancellation, which we use in the 3 top products we have in the DTC3 and the Supreme, and also the Gold Signature. They're slightly different. They are hand-built by human beings, very skilled people. So we have a fine balance between the elder people. Some of the girls have been doing soldering and putting things together for maybe 40 years. And then we have the young generation, where we have a lot of energy coming from. So, and we do sell quite a few. So this is, some of them are Gold Signature. And last year, I mean, we are talking about a cable for 65,000. That last year, the Gold Signature power cord was our most sold cable in turnover. Here we are building most of them. We have 2 guys building the switches and the power distribution bars. And there's a lot of technology in here. We can lift one of the boards up. This is for one of the switches, but there's more boards. But this is actually one of the most expensive ones. This is a Supreme board. You can see we have active flat Tesla coils sitting here. We have also Tesla coils here. We have data technology. So we don't believe in filtering, we believe in cancellation. There's a huge difference between cancellation and filtering. But we also use resonance mode power supplies where we need power. That's a general thing we do anywhere where we need conversion of 110 volts or 230 volts into something else. In here, we spend a fortune on a stripping machine. One of the issues when you strip a cable is that if you hurt the surface on a conductor, you have ruined the cable. I think we have all, tried to take the dielectric of a cable, especially when it comes to Teflon. It's really, not us, it's a fine example. It's really a pain in the ass, to be honest. But this machine can cut through 7 layers of dielectric and shielding without stressing it. And also, what is the most important is it never scratches the surface on the conductor. If you have scratched the surface on the conductor, you have ruined the cable. So we spent 100,000 euros on this machine from Switzerland. So even the best technician out there can do the same job as this machine. I also believe a cable has to have extreme mechanical stability. You can feel it. Push it. If you have a sore dielectric around something, when you have induction, it works very much as a microphone. It creates its own signal. We are crazy in-house because do things which most don't do. In the Gold Signature, and that's in the M speakers we have, it's in the best electronics we have, it's in the top range, our Gold Signature. That's the guys' department, that one. The girls have something else in the other end. So yes, we have a conductor which we have optimized. Normally we have in the heavy cords, we have a diameter, 1 millimeter in diameter connector. And this one is upgraded to 1.12, and that's mechanical. It simply sounds better. We also have 1% gold in the copper. And then we extrude the silver layer around the conductor and plated it with 7 micron of gold. For the first 5,000 meters we have produced of this cable is by way of produced in India. They are one of the only one can do this job. So Michael had designed the cable. The problem between this one and this one is this is around nearly 50 times more expensive. Here we have another stripping machine. And this one, when you see some of the technology around our conductors, but also see the Tesla coil, you have 100 meters of copper conductor extruded by silver and a Teflon layer. We use in our production around 8,000 to 12,000 on a monthly basis. So we have 5 home workers doing this job, because the guys in the factory, they are too expensive when it comes to the cost in form of labor work. So this machine is pretty busy. The housing on our 3 most expensive, actually we also use some of on the DCS product, are 3D printed thermic plastic houses. We have these made in Aarhus by the university, the Institute of Technology. As you can see, there's no 90-degree angles on it, because the cabinet will resonate in a different way when you have an edge like this versus this. That's why we don't have it. You have a special length, a special width, a special height, and it's 3D printed, so we can make it inside exactly the way we want it. And the prints you saw over here, I'm not sure it's for this one, but we actually have 2 in the boxes. So we have, this is not like you see from other manufacturers, it's not a capacitor or resistor, whatever they put in. So we have noise cancellation in the highest quality and extremely high quality grounding. The issue with this is a 3D printed house in this quality is we pay net $250. Don't drop it. And we have 2 of these. So we spend more on the 3D printed houses than most are doing on a whole cable. Any material use, any shape you give it, you hear it. Here you can see some of our products. You can see the new generation of some of our cables. You can see the new XTC3 we have up here, where we have the stainless steel housing on it. Here we have the new either A3, CC, D3, where we have the copper houses around it. And down here we start out, this is the least expensive switch we have, the XTC3. And you can see when we go up to the second best we have is Supreme. There is a gold version as well. You can see these Tesla Jitter technology. We use it all over the place, NGL, whatever we need. One of the most sold power distribution parts we have is our internal is the D3. And here you can see again we have NGL in it. We do have, you can see the coils around it. So we have NGL, we have Jitter and Tesla technology in the more advanced. And down here we have the second from the top best. The difference between the Supreme 3 and the DCC 3, the gold signature of the same is all the cabling there will be the gold version. We are not fond of aluminum at all. We'll come back to that. We think aluminum is bad for music. I don't think you have ever heard a music instrument made in aluminum. At the Bristol show for a few years ago, there was a guy sitting during one of my demos said, I've been playing a guitar with the neck and the body was made in aluminum last. Okay. But a magnetic microphone one, oh, that's one I have on some Gibson and Fender guitars of mine. Okay. How did it sound? I asked the guy. It's the fucking most terrible guitar I've heard in my entire life. Aluminum is bad. I'm going to prove that later.
Aluminum is bad, okay.
Aluminum is really, really bad for music.
Let me see.
Of different reasons.
Why is aluminum bad for music?
Come back to that. I'll have answers for it. Yeah. And they're on vacation, so we actually have 2, 4, 6 people. We just moved from other part of the factory to here. And, we learned in 2020 when
COVID-19 popped up, that we couldn't travel anymore. We couldn't go on show. We couldn't have to see you guys here and so on. And then, of course, we have to be strong on the social medias. So we are shooting our own videos in-house. And now we got Ines, and she we got from Dali. She has been in marketing for 30 years. So she wants to change from Dali to here. So it seems that we are pretty attractive for the people to come to work for us. We take care of people. I think we have learned that since we came to Denmark. We take care of people. You know, when you spend your time, and time is money, you know, we have to treat you as the best way we can, and that includes also, you know, the people who have our employees and partners, that we take care of each other. That's a foundation of Michael's and my way of looking at business. Oh, we have Michael Burson here. He's always late.
He's always late. I was supposed to arrive this evening, so I think I'm actually early.
In here we have 3 guys shipping out and also receiving. We have 2 more guys in packaging in our new facilities, where we make only speakers. That's one thing which is shocking me every year is when it comes to packaging. We have packaging for more than $400,000 of packaging in-house. So it's like, just to say something like you don't really think it's expensive. Packaging is expensive. You can count on it. We have only 1,680 cabinets on its way to our new facilities. So it's just to tell you that we are pretty busy. This way, please. In here, it was supposed to be our stock of Ensus cables, finished cables. And as you can see, there's none, really. So we are producing after orders. It is our goal to have some cables in stock, but when you have an increase of sales going this way, you're always a little bit behind schedule. And that's what we try to do something about, but it have not been possible for 12 years now. When Michael I left Nordost in 2012, I promised myself never to touch a cable again. I've been on my knees and elbows for people showing differences in cables, and a few people believed what I was doing, and other people said, oh, cables doesn't make any change of system. That could be wrong. But when we left, Mike said, I have an idea of doing something different cable-wise. Michael, I don't want to hear about it, sorry. Yeah, but I'm going to build a power cord, and it'll be ready one day. So by hand, he built a power cord. 3 or 4 months later, he came and said, Lars, I think you should have a listen to this. I said, oh no. At that time, my setup was very much Nordost, of the highest class from one end to the other. So I put this power cord into the system, and it did this. I said, oh no. So what in hell have you been doing, Michael? Yeah. Michael, quite a few of the guys have a different mindset than anyone else I know of. They've created this. When you have a heavy conductor inside, you have extremely high quality grounding. And then if you have 2 conductors going this way, you have a cable with very low capacitance, with high inductance, with extremely high quality grounding. So, but when you take the power of the signal this way and this way, you have a cancellation. So this cable actually have, compared to an Nordost Odin 2, only around 25% of the inductance. Have only half of the capacitance, 10 times better grounding, and mechanically much more stable. Inductance is bad for music, because there was a pretty smart guy. His name was Einstein. He told us everything is energy. We are energy, all of us. This is energy. This is in different forms. And of course, music is energy. So do we listen to sound? We're not listening in frequencies. We're listening in transients. because the transient is from 0 energy to here and back, as precise as you can get it, because sound is in space and time. The same with light, but energy is instant. It's now, right in this moment. So inductance prevent instant changes in current. It doesn't allow to do this. And then it cannot. Inductance means it killing music. Inductance works like a rubber band. So when the amp or the drivers in the speaker ask for instant current, I need this now for this transient to move. Cannot have. So the more inductance you have, the less music you have. Low inductance is a must anywhere. And it's something you'll know when it comes to our drivers and our speakers and so on. We have extremely low inductance compared to anyone else on this planet. So this is where we start. And then, of course, we had to figure out to make a machine to winding these. And Michael designed the machine, and Michael's dad made the machine because it was not available out there. So we have to do it on our own. And there's a YouTube where you can see actually how it's actually pretty primitive, but to figure it out, make simple things is complicated, but it's complicated to make it simple. So this is what the cables we use for mainly for power cords and speaker wires. They have a lot of things in common. Handcrafted in Denmark.